Good morning and welcome to yoga for low back and hip pain relief. My name is Kelly Covington and I'm coming to you from the Cultural Center in the Fitness Center. And today we're going to go ahead and start with bringing our left heel in close to our groin and letting the right heel follow. Today for class you'll need your mat, some space, maybe a blanket if you're temperature sensitive. And whenever you go ahead and get seated, a couple announcements. Friday, May 15th, so this Friday, I will be hosting a meditation for grief relief. I spent a lot of my yoga studies learning about grief and learning about how yoga can help move us through that process. So I will be hosting that at 10 a.m. on Friday. And on Wednesday, I will be hosting a gentle yoga. So that will be Wednesday, May 20th. As always, at 10 a.m. Monday through Friday, the fitness team is hosting exercise classes. So, bringing that left heel into the groin and then the right. Allowing your eyes to get heavy. Allowing your gaze to soften. And allowing your eyes to eventually close down. Maybe taking a moment to roll your shoulder blades all the way up to your ears and down your back. Bring your arms down to your hips, and on an inhale, sweeping them all the way up, gathering the light and the energy around you. Bringing that prayer down to your heart center. Taking a moment to rub the palms together, creating some Agni, some fire, some heat in your hands. When you're ready, pausing and creating that prayer. With your eyes closed, we're going to chant one Om to begin class today. Inhaling to prepare. Om. Releasing the hands to wherever is comfortable, maybe the knees. We're going to start today with some Sufi grinds. So inhale, bring your sternum, your chest bone forward. Exhale, rotating over to the right side. All the way curling behind and inhaling forward. Exhaling, curling the spine, coming around. And maybe start small with these movements. And maybe think of your pelvis as a bowl and your spine as a spoon. So when you're ready, maybe using your shoulders, maybe your head to get farther into this motion. Just warming up the spine. Taking a moment to come into your breath. When you're ready, coming to a nice straight spine on an inhale. We're going to go ahead and clasp the hands together. Bringing the thumbs away from you and bringing that little bowl almost to the center of your lap. With your eyes still closed, I want you to imagine you pouring in a little bit of love into this cup. And then pouring a little bit more and just gathering all the love and the energy and the strength into this cup. Maybe this pandemic has been making you feel very torn down and depleted. And just gathering all that energy into this beautiful little cup. And eventually allowing this cup to overflow with love and warmth and strength. Maybe down your lap and onto your mat. inhaling through the nose, and exhale, sigh out the mouth. 2 more just like that. Inhaling through the nose, sighing out the mouth. Last one. When you're ready, releasing that cup, and go ahead and switch the feet. So the right foot is closer in than the left. Bringing your hands to your knees. Inhaling your chest and your sternum forward. Exhale, rotating to the left. Coming back to those Sufi grinds in the opposite direction. Maybe taking this moment to set an intention for this practice. Maybe it's to be gentle with yourself, or maybe it's to really come into this practice with motion and feel some fire. Whatever it is, it's perfectly all right now. Maybe moving a little bit more into the shoulders with this motion and the neck. No one's there, no one can see you. Feel free to go as far as you would like. Keeping your eyes closed. On an inhale, coming to a neutral spine. We're going to go ahead and bringing the arms to one side of your leg and swinging the legs around to a tabletop pose. From this tabletop pose, we're going to inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, curl and round the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale to your cat. Continuing this motion for a couple breaths. On your next inhale, coming to a neutral spine, we're going to take that right foot, bringing it to the back of your mat. So the heel is spun up, toes to the ground, and just go ahead and press into the heel. Feeling that stretch in your calf. Maybe lengthening out through the crown of the head, through the heel, and feeling that energy flow through your body. Making sure that your wrists are underneath your shoulders, your knee underneath your hip. On an inhale, lifting the right leg long. Exhale, lifting the left arm. Taking a moment here. We're going to go ahead and inhale here. Exhale, tapping down. Inhale, coming up. Continuing this motion with your breath. If this is too much for you right now, feel free to continue with that calf stretch, or just do a leg or an arm. 2 more, just like this. And on your last one, go ahead and placing that arm down, the leg still long behind you. You're going to bend that knee and bring that foot to the outside of your hands. So I'm just going to turn to help you all out. So the knee is outside on the right edge of your mat. Your other knee is behind you. Coming into a modified lizard pose. From here, gazing down at your mat, and go ahead and start to do some circles in one direction with that hip. And I want you to notice maybe how this feels. If you feel tight, or this bothers you right now, or you just don't feel your hips are warmed up yet, just start to notice that. Maybe taking a moment to come back to your Ujjayi breath. When you're ready, pausing with that motion, and go ahead and take it in the opposite direction. Making circles with the knee on the ceiling. Keeping that gaze at the far edge of your mat. When you're ready, you're going to bring your left foot and go ahead and create a diagonal with it, placing your left hand flat to the mat. Your right foot is going to come back as your right arm go ahead and reaches. Coming to a gate pose. Option to keep that foot down and just go ahead and alternate the arm, creating one big circles in one direction or the other. Or you can go ahead and lift the leg, bending the knee, coming back for the full expression of the pose. So you're gripping your foot at the inside arch. Couple more moments here. Wherever you are, straightening off that leg, bringing that arm back to center, and coming back to your tabletop. From here, you're going to go ahead and bring the knees really wide apart, about the width of your mat. Bring the big toes to touch. And when you're ready, sitting back to your child's pose. Option to stay right here in your child's pose. Or go ahead and bring the hands to press. And we're going to go ahead and bend the elbows, bringing that prayer right behind your head. And if you want more of a tricep stretch, bring the elbows to cover your ears as close to your head as you can. Notice how your right hip maybe feels different than your left. Just take a moment to notice how your body feels right now. If you have that prayer, extending the arms out long and then pressing up, coming back to a tabletop pose. From here, extending that left leg out long, pressing into the heel, coming to that calf stretch. When you're ready, making sure that your wrists are under your shoulders, knees under hips, extending that back leg, and on your next exhale, extending the right arm. Inhaling here, exhale, touch down, inhaling up, exhale, touch down, inhale, exhaling, touch down. Continuing this motion with your breath. Option to stay in that calf stretch, or just move one arm or one leg. One more time. Then keeping that leg straight and engaged, bending the knee and bringing that leg to the outside of your left hand. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and start with circles in one direction. Keeping your gaze off the front edge of your mat. And maybe allowing that foot to come a little farther away from your hands. Maybe about a foot or 8 inches. opposite direction. Just going to switch directions to help you all out in a minute. When you feel some lubrication in that hip, you're going to go ahead and bring the back leg to about 45 degrees, extending the front leg all the way out, coming up with the hands and bringing the leg up for a modified gait. Option to have that foot down and to do circles with the arm, or go ahead and bring the leg up, bend the knee, grab for the inside arch of the foot, coming into your full expression of the pose. Opening the chest, breathing wherever you are. When you're ready, releasing that grip, releasing that leg back down, coming to your tabletop. When you're ready, lifting your hips and coming to your first downward dog. Pedaling out the heels, maybe swaying the hips side to side. Gazing at the middle of your mat. Starting with the right leg, walking to the top of your mat. Taking a moment to grab a rag doll, grabbing opposite elbows and hanging heavy. Maybe shaking yes and no with your head. Or maybe side to side. Whatever would feel best for you. When you're ready, releasing that grip and coming up vertebrae by vertebrae, slow as you can. When you reach the hips, inhaling your arms, maybe a baby back bend. Exhale, bringing that prayer through heart center and fold. Inhaling to a flat back, shoulder blades kiss. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, lowering the knees, lower halfway down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhaling the right leg long. Exhale, step it between the hands. Go ahead and drop that knee, back knee down. Inhaling, coming forward, maybe pressing the hands either to the ground or to the knee. Taking a moment here. On your exhale, surround that front foot. We're going to keep the foot planted and we're going to come back for a hamstring stretch. Option to keep the toes down or to lift them, whatever gives you more of a stretch. So inhaling, coming forward, maybe bringing the hands to the knees. Exhaling, coming back. Inhaling, coming forward. Exhaling, coming back. Continuing this motion with your own breath cycle. On your next inhale, surround the front foot with your hands, stepping the back foot up, and go ahead and press up and fold. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale and fold. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Maybe a baby back bend. Exhale, folding down. Inhaling to the flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, knees down. Lower halfway down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhaling, left leg lifts long. Exhale, stepping it between the hands. Go ahead and drop that back knee. Inhale, either coming light on the fingertips, or bringing those hands to the knee, getting that that stretch in the front, the thigh. Taking a moment here. When you're ready, surrounding that front leg and pushing your hips back. Option to keep the toes down or bringing them up for a hamstring stretch. On an inhale, coming forward. Exhale, surrounding, coming back. Inhaling forward. Exhaling back. Continuing this motion with your breath. Next time you come forward, surrounding that front foot, stepping the back foot up, the knee off the ground, coming all the way forward and fold. Rolling your spine up vertebrae by vertebrae. When your hands reach your hips, sweeping them all the way up, forming a prayer, and folding down. This will be our last flow today. Inhaling to your flat back. Exhale, surround. Step back, high plank, lowering your knees, and exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, exhale, down dog. Taking a moment here, catch back in with your breath. When you're ready, riding that breath forward to a high plank. Option to lower the knees, and we're going to come all the way down as slow as you can so our bellies are on the mat. When you get down, bring your lips or your forehead to the mat. Bring the arms to your hips, palms face down. On an inhale, lifting the head, the arms, the upper body. Exhale, lifting the legs and the thighs. Really working the erector spinae muscles in our backs. Coming to a full expression of locust pose. Staying here for a couple breaths. Really focus on lifting from your bottom rib and the top of your femur. On your next exhale, lowering down. And when you're ready, go ahead to flip to on your back. When you're on your back, go ahead and extend your legs out to the corners of the mat, toes pointing out. Your arms about a foot away from your body, palms faced up. Taking a moment to check back in. Allowing your eyes to get heavy. And eventually softening or closing. And if you're cold right now or temperature sensitive, take a moment and get comfortable. Put a blanket on. We're going to listen to one song in our Savasana tonight.
And the land is dark, and the moon
deepening your breath, inviting yourself back to this space. When you're ready, rolling over to your right side in a fetal position. Maybe your hands in a prayer underneath your head, taking a moment to notice that this is a position of rebirth. And every day and every practice, you are reborn to try and do better the next day. When you're ready, coming back to seated, facing the way we started today, allowing your eyes to stay closed, creating an upright spine, bringing your hands to your hips. On an inhale, sweeping them all the way up, gathering the love. Exhale, bringing that prayer to your heart. Taking a moment to thank yourself for finding time to come to class today. Noticing the community we create, even when we practice online. And taking a moment to come back to your intention and notice if it still serves you. Or maybe you can set a new intention for today. Bring that prayer to your third eye as a reminder of right thought, to the lips as a reminder of right speech, to the heart as a reminder of right action. As we all bow and say, Namaste. Thank you.